My husband and I bought our company from my dad when he retired 15 years ago. It's a family company that has been in business for over 40 years. We're a residential home improvement company, do roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and we recently added baths. But we've been on a tear. We've been growing lately. The pandemic has really changed everything for us. And we're not all in the office like we used to be. So we were finding it harder to keep things, to keep everybody positive. And, but my new job is corporate culture officer. So I started, I'm always looking to do fun and great things that help us keep with our core values. And so that's how we ended up finding you guys. The biggest one, our core values, we've got 5 core values, but the one that we knew that this would help with is, well, 2 things. One was embracing the team. In any company, you can find that between sales and production and all the different departments, everyone gets in these little silos. And we wanted to make sure we're bringing the team together and everyone was embracing the team. So we knew that this would help with that. In addition, one of our other core values is make it fun. And what's more fun than giving someone a pat on the back with a fun picture and Fitzcoin. Well, we call it Fitzcoin. That's what we call the currency. So, because our company is PJ Fitzpatrick, so Fitzcoin, Bitcoin, so we went with that. But we really have absolutely seen a big uptick in positive interactions between the different departments. And that's something we've always struggled with. In fact, we have a whole department, not department, a whole group in our company. It's called Cloverleaf that we try to, it's basically cloverleaf, meaning not the Irish thing, which, yeah, we like that too, because we're Irish, but it's the intersection, like the cloverleaf and the highway, it's intersection of departments. So it's interdepartmental communication group. So it's been great in helping with all of that. What stood out to me is that it was very easy to use. So, we just recently did a contest to name it, so we can use something more PJ Fitz-ish, PJ Fitz-centric rather than assembly, although we like the name assembly. And everybody, they likened it. They're like Fitzbook, Fitzagram, because it really is very similar in a good way to platforms people are used to using. So I think that was a real positive, because in home improvement, in our field with a lot of people in construction, not everybody's super great with technology, although they've been forced to because of the pandemic. Everything we do now is paperless, but I wouldn't say that a lot of our folks are super into social media, but this has been easy for them to use. So that's a real plus. We followed Jonathan's directions. We made sure the managers really got involved, and then it kind of just took off on its own. I've also found, and I think this is really important for us too, is I have to give reminders every once in a while. I give reminders. I set a reminder myself to remind everyone that their Fitzcoin at the end of the month is going to be, depleted. And that always gets a big flurry of activity going. I also found out from Jonathan that we can put it on our phones now. So I just passed that along to everybody. So we'll see. I think that's gonna be huge. The onboarding experience was super easy. Jonathan made it great. He came to our manager meeting, so we invited him. He actually just did it again today because we're adding the monthly one-on-ones. So he did it again today. So he comes, just goes over everything, and so that was really easy. Assembly really was all the extra stuff you guys are adding to it, which is great. We definitely are going to take it. We've already paid and are taking advantage of the monthly one-on-ones, but we can't wait to see what else you guys have coming. One of the things that I make sure we do for every single one of our 215 employees is that everybody has at least every other week, if not once a month, if they're out in the field, where we meet with them, see how they're doing. It's a check-in. We do it for a couple different reasons. First of all, to see how things are going, see how we can support them, but also just to see what things we should be doing better or differently. So ours has been very manual. So it used to be on paper years ago, a couple of years, not that long ago, like 2 years ago. We now have it on spreadsheets with tabs for every single person. Well, we have 215 employees. And we now have 4 different we have 55 salespeople. So it's like, it's a nightmare. And to manage it, and we're getting them on all different, and then our HR person had to save them in every person's file. So it's just, this is going to be a huge time saver for us. I've noticed, like, hey, I haven't seen so-and-so's one-on-one come. Oh, I forgot, they're new. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So someone has been with our company for 90 days and hasn't had a one-on-one yet. So, I mean, that's rare, because I actually, and I can't wait, because I, as our corporate culture officer, I also meet with them at 30 and 90 days, just as like an outside person, just to say, hey, doing a great job, keep it up. I think this is going to be a game changer for us, especially, and we think, don't tell anyone, we think the price is pretty good too. So don't raise the prices on us, but we didn't think it was a bad deal. We are really loving the culture rewards. Our people, we have had a couple people cash in for gift cards so far, a couple, Starbucks and a couple of things, but everybody is saving up for our 2 main culture rewards, which one was for my husband, who's the owner of the business, to get a mullet. So that just happened the other day. It was 500 Fitzcoin, but I was goaded into lowering that price at our sales meeting. They were saying, that's too high, we'll never get there. And so I was like, all right, if you guys it was toward the end of the month, so I'm going to lower it for just a couple days to $200. And at the end, once the first comes around, I'm going back up to 500, and boom, somebody snapped it right up. So Rick made an appointment that week, went and got his hair cut into a mullet. And my husband has pretty long gray hair. And it definitely, we got a lot of like Patrick Mahomes comments, a lot of people. Anyway, so it was fun. We videoed the reveal, and that was funny. And we sent that out to the whole company. In fact, I put the video on social media, and we even have some of our vendors are like, what? I want to get in on, I want to make James shave his beard. I'm going to add, someone suggested, I'm going to put mine, I'm going to dye my hair. Our company color is green, so I'll dye my hair green. I'm going to add that one too. So I'm not getting a mullet. I had a mullet back in the 80s. I don't need one again, but Rick is going to change his to a mohawk next. So, we're just trying to have fun with it, and it's been great. It's exactly what we had hoped would happen, is that things would be even more fun. I mean, we love to have fun at PJ Fitz, and this just made it that much easier. So thanks to all you folks at Assembly for doing that for us. We have a quarterly company contest, and it's to get more of our folks in the field hired. And we are giving away great prizes. We're giving away a trip to this African safari or Italy, like this. We could get this to our vendors. But the way that people can earn the ability to do this is by posting on social media, giving referrals for this job, but they earn Fitzcoin. And then the top 16 people of Fitzcoin earners are going to come to our March Madness. We have a shootout. We bought like one of those Papa shots where they're 2 basketball nets next to each other and you shoot. So they'll have the Sweet 16 will shoot off to be the winners. And the top 3 will get to pick whether they want that Africa trip, the Italy trip. We've got like a fire pit, grill duo, and I got to come up with a 3rd prize still. So it's still in progress, but the people are so into the Fitzcoin that they wanted to earn that along the way. A day off, of course, is huge. We've had a bunch of PJ Fitz swag. Like we have certain things we give away for Christmas gifts that aren't part of the uniform, but you can wear with the uniform. Like we gave out vests one year, and one year it was just quarter zips. I mean, pretty basic stuff, but it's not part of the uniform. So we've had a ton of cash in for that stuff too. And we love that. Just really made it easier for us to have fun, pat everybody on the back, and just do it in a pretty seamless, easy way. So thank you for all that. Is that as we grow, we're not all in one little we're not in one little office anymore. We now have 3 offices, and we can't, like again, I love to do this. Like I got candy bars for them for Valentine's Day. Well, I can't give candy bars to people 4 hours away, but I can do, we can interact on Assembly. So it's just a great way to bond, not when you can't all be together. It really ties in well with our core values. And that's the most important part, because we really try to talk about them every day and all the time. mean, even though we've only had the core values for 5 years, our companies have the same core values for 40 years. We just didn't put them down on a grid and talk it through with everybody. But now it's like we're talking about it constantly with assembly. So it's been huge.